Hello again. I'm continuing to build my 1911 build 2 in 9mm, and you probably have noticed that I'm using a bold slide for this, so the slide doesn't have any side cuts or serrations. And today I'm going to be cutting the side cuts into the slide. So basically I've got my calipers out, I've got my sights that I'm trying to install, and I measured another slide to get kind of preliminary measurements. Caliper down, and then I'm going to mark the slide or mark the cut area. So you can probably see that I made a slight mark on the slide. Now I'm going to go and do the same thing on this side. So I've got two lines now. Hopefully that'll give me my flat position, basically. So I need to make sure that when I'm filing, it's going to be flat and perpendicular to the sides of the slide. What I need to do is measure from the front of the slide to the edge here. See if you can see it, to this edge right here, to basically to know when or where to start my cut. Then I'm going to mark the other line, which will be 467, what I measured on the other slide. So I'm setting my caliper to 467. So we're going to go here and mark another line. You should be able to see my scribe lines. Okay, so now I'm going to mark, once I start making dovetail from the straight cut, I need to mark the end points on each side. So I'll know when to stop, basically. So the far side of this was 467. So let's go back to that. 467. Oh, 467, and now we need to add 25 thousandths. So that's going to be 492, I think. Okay, so I marked that off. Now I'll mark this side. One last thing I'm going to mark is total length of the slide, or total length of the sight, which is 607 thousandths. So I'm gonna grab that measurement and give myself an indication of the flat spot. How far back will I need to flatten the very top of the slide to make the sight basically sit flush. So that's where I believe the sight should be, right there. The only file I have that will be small enough to place here, except for my needle files, is this log file for the barrel. and just create a little flat. And I'm starting to try and cut at least one side of this dovetail. I'm going to stop a little bit short, start working on the other side. Side is almost willing to go. I'll do this again. Now I'm going to check for clearance again. So I have some very sharp edges here again, which I did not take care of. So I'm going to go ahead and round them up. As you can see, the front side is now in. Now I'm beginning to work on the rear side. I moved my markings up, and again I'm going to be using my lug file, barrel lug file, trying to stay at the line. What I've done is took down the main, the deepest opening, basically a little bit past the level of this back surface, and I've decided to start filing on that simply because I don't want to file the deep one too far down. Getting closer and closer, as you can see. So I think I'm pretty much done with the back flat. Here's another update. So the depths are correct, and now I just need to figure out how far to cut the dovetail. And it's 500, 301. Here is the dovetail cut, basically the side cut. Sorry, keep moving it away. And now I'm going to try and drive in this side all the way . Left a bit of a gap, I guess, between the rear of the sight and the rear of the slide, but I'm going to be blending the slide, so we'll see how that looks. It may actually come out okay. Here you see that it's more than possible to cut these types of side cuts by file.